First of all, who are these companies? Literally, there are 3 companies that essentially determine your life.
Well, a lot of time you're talking about the credit bureaus. That's Equifax, TransUnion, and I forget the other one that comes to me in a minute. But they don't really determine the credit score. Experian, thank you. They don't determine the credit score.
So who does?
You have a company like FICO Score and others. There's a couple companies. All they do is take so-called averaging, and they try to get some type of statistic that says this is your credit worthiness.
Okay, so we have.
So that's not the credit bureau.
Okay,
that's a credit scoring company.
Okay, so we have 3.
And it's $1 billion industry.
So we have 3 credit bureaus.
Yeah.
Okay. So the credit score, he says FICO, and
there's a couple other companies that all they do is take that information from the credit bureaus and give you a score that all supposedly predict your ability to not miss a payment over the next 90 days.
Now, do we know how they even do that?
Yeah, there's information out there, but what people don't understand is that your credit score follows you everywhere for the rest of your life. And the lower your score, the more you pay. The lower your score, the more you pay.
But what jumps out at me when, again, because you have essentially, folks, number of companies you can count on one hand, 2 hands, that are determining all of this. The government has essentially given them all of the power to determine whether we can rent a car, whether we can sit here and now these days get our lights turned on, get a phone turned on, get a car, get a house. And so how did we get to the point?
Well, we got to this point because many years ago we were trying to figure out how can I give you credit without going through all the paperwork. So when electronic credit approval became about, they did it based on your credit score. So I don't have to see you anymore. You can just give me your name, and I can go look up your credit score, and I can say, oh, you qualify for a mortgage.
So old school, I would go down to the department store. They knew me as a customer. They would see me. They would sit down and talk to me. What's your job? Okay, we'll go ahead and give you credit. Yes. Now it's, okay, we don't want to deal with that. So let's have a central system.
Exactly.
We can just pop everybody's information in, it kicks it back to us, and we don't even have to worry about who this person is. They'll tell us whether they're good enough.
And based on that, now we have electronic mortgage approval, electronic car loan approval. You go to a department store, oh, we can qualify you right away. And the problem is some of that is good, but I have a problem with it personally. I think that credit scores have gone too far because now we use your credit score to determine not only whether you get a house or a car, but how about a job? How about this? How about a girlfriend? You know, girlfriend's the first thing they want to do.
No, you're
Give
right.
me your credit score. You know what I mean? You may need to get a wife because of your credit score.
You said it's personal, and I really do believe raising this even higher. I think that these credit bureaus and these credit score agencies are some of the most dangerous entities in America.
Well, and I agree with you, but let me just share with you, I spoke with Elizabeth Warren recently. She's the advisor to the president at Treasury, dealing with the new Consumer Financial Protection Agency.
Right.
One of her areas, one of that new bureau's agency will be credit scoring companies and credit bureaus. So I think that's good. But they have to hear from people like us who begin to say, you know, credit scores have gone too far. No one regulates the credit scores. No one regulates these credit bureaus.
Right.
And for instance, right now, because of the recession and unemployment, we have tens of millions of Americans who took a hit on their credit score who will never be able to buy a house again.